Komodo dragon dilemma, balancing survival and safety. Hello everyone. As of 2021, Komodo dragons remain the largest living lizards on Earth, prehistoric giants that still roam the wilds of Indonesia. Weighing up to 200 pounds and stretching over 10 feet long, these fearsome predators are not just symbols of raw power, they are national treasures. Protected by Indonesian law and international conservation agreements, Komodo dragons are classified as endangered. But protection on paper doesn't always mean peace on the ground. A troubling trend has emerged. Komodo dragon populations are increasingly clashing with local communities. With more than 11,000 of them in the wild, incidents are on the rise. Attacks on livestock are frequent, and even humans have not been spared. One of Indonesia's most renowned cattle farms reports losing up to 90 goats and 140 chickens every week to these hungry giants. The financial toll? A staggering $12 million in damage annually, with an estimated 18% drop in revenue for some farming regions. Faced with growing fear and frustration, some have taken matters into their own hands. Unregulated hunting groups have emerged, a serious threat not just to the dragons, but to Indonesia's conservation reputation. However, amid this crisis, one organization stands out: the Indonesian Hunting Organization. Unlike others, this group follows strict ethical guidelines. Their mission isn't to kill, it's to protect communities while preserving the species. Using humane, science-backed strategies, they work to relocate aggressive dragons, protect livestock, and educate locals on coexistence. This is not just about animals or humans. It's about finding a path forward that respects both. The future of the Komodo dragon hangs in the balance, and so does the safety and livelihood of the people who share their land. It's time we support sustainable solutions, because saving the dragon should never come at the cost of the people who live alongside them. Komodo dragon conservation and ethical hunting, a delicate balance to tackle the growing challenges of Komodo dragon-human conflict. The Indonesian government took a decisive step in 2022 by partnering with the World Wildlife Fund, WWF. This collaboration marked a turning point in conservation, aiming not just to protect these ancient predators, but also the people who live alongside them. A regulated hunt, not a free-for-all hunting Komodo dragons, is strictly regulated and only allowed under special permits issued by the Ministry of Environment and Forestry. These permits are limited, typically between 60 to 120 annually, depending on dragon population assessments and environmental conditions. Hunting is only permitted during the dry season, April to October, when dragon activity is more predictable. To ensure precision and safety, hunters are equipped with high-powered rifles ranging from .30 caliber to .300 Winchester, paired with advanced scopes offering up to 14x magnification. These tools allow for safe, accurate shots from a distance. Additionally, hunters wear reinforced boots and gloves to protect against potential attacks. But there's more to this than just gear. Strict legal protocols. After a hunt, a comprehensive report must be submitted within 24 hours, detailing the dragon size, age and physical condition, exact location, time, and date of the hunt, proof that the hunt followed all legal regulations. Reports can be filed at regional forestry offices or through a digital platform. Failure to comply can result in criminal charges and lifetime hunting bans. Impact and success. These regulations are showing results. Thanks to these carefully enforced measures, livestock attacks have dropped by over 75%, and human Komodo conflicts have fallen 30%. Especially in high-risk regions like Flores and Rinca Islands. The initiative is helping both wildlife and local communities, and is already contributing to an economic recovery in rural areas once plagued by dragon attacks. Why safety comes. First, Komodo dragons aren't just big, they're lethal. With razor-sharp teeth, powerful jaws, and saliva that can transmit dangerous bacteria, a single attack can be fatal. That's why hunting alone is prohibited, even for seasoned professionals. A minimum team of 4 to 5 people is required to ensure safety and quick response in case of an emergency. The bait strategy, Successful tracking often begins with baiting. Hunters use strong-smelling fresh meat, such as goat, pig, or beef, to lure dragons from their hiding spots. The scent can travel long distances, activating the dragon's hunting instincts and drawing them toward prepared positions. Beyond hunting. Education and prevention. In 2023, the Indonesian government also launched nationwide public awareness campaigns. These efforts educate locals on how to recognize Komodo dragon tracks and warning signs, steps to take during an encounter, best practices for securing livestock using strong fencing and enclosures. This two-pronged strategy, combining controlled hunting with education and infrastructure, is changing the game in conservation. Your voice matters. Do you support these efforts to balance conservation with community safety? If yes, press 1 in the comments and let us know what you think. If you still have questions, drop them below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget, subscribe and stay tuned for our next video, where we explore how the U.S. is facing a different wildlife threat. The rise of wild boar attacks and how they're switching from hunting to high-tech trapping methods, supported by over 60% of the population. Wild boar trapping in the United States, a modern response to a growing crisis. The wild boar population in the United States has exploded in recent years, posing a serious threat to farms, wildlife, and even human safety. In response, a powerful and humane strategy has emerged: wild boar trapping, with Texas leading the charge. The Texas model, a national blueprint. Texas was the first to roll out a large-scale trapping initiative. Every year, the government distributes around $10,000 iron cage traps to licensed hunters. These traps are strategically placed in rural zones where wild boars are most active, keeping residential areas and nature reserves safe. But this is no free-for-all. It's a strictly regulated operation. Licensing, training, and safety first to participate, hunters must hold a valid trapping license, complete a 3 to 5 day training course covering wild boar behavior, track identification, safe trapping, and handling high-risk situations. Follow designated trapping hours, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Wear mandatory safety gear like gloves and reinforced boots. By the end of 2023, over 60,000 hunters had completed the required training, and more than 75,000 licenses had been issued nationwide. Violating safety regulations, such as setting traps near homes or failing to check them regularly, can result in fines up to $5,000 and a permanent trapping ban. In fact, nearly 2,000 hunters per year lose their licenses due to violations. Smart technology meets sustainable power. One of the most groundbreaking additions to the trapping system has been the use of solar-powered monitoring technology. These systems, power infrared cameras and motion sensors, allow remote trap control and surveillance, enable nighttime trapping when wild boars are most active, reduce human-wild boar contact, boosting safety and efficiency. Thanks to these smart solutions, hunters now catch 15 to 25 wild boars per trap on average. Real results, real impact. The results have been impressive. In 2023 alone, over 1.5 million wild boars were safely and humanely trapped and removed. This has drastically reduced property damage and lowered the risk of disease spread across rural America. States like Alabama and Georgia have already adopted similar programs, and they're seeing success. Seasons of strategy and future challenges. The EPSD. Most effective trapping seasons are fall and winter, when boars roam widely in search of food. However, challenges persist. Boars are becoming increasingly wary of traps. Harsh weather can delay or damage trapping operations. Constant adaptation is needed to stay ahead of this evolving threat after capture. Wild boars are either humanely euthanized to prevent disease, used for scientific research, or in regulated cases processed safely for food production. Your voice matters. The wild boar crisis is real. But so are the solutions. If you support ethical, safe trapping as the most effective method to control this invasive species, press number 1 in the comments below. Do you have a better idea? A solution that could work even more effectively? We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. And send this video to friends and family so they can join the conversation and learn how this growing issue is being tackled. Together, we can protect our community, the United States, our farms, a strategic and humane solution. Wild boars may look like harmless animals from a distance, but in reality, they pose a serious threat to farms, native wildlife, and even human safety across America. In response, one state took the lead, and what started as a local solution is now becoming a national strategy. Texas leads the way. The wild boar trapping program began in Texas, a state hit hardest by these destructive animals. Each year, the government distributes around 10,000 heavy-duty iron cage traps to certified hunters. These traps are strategically placed in rural, high-risk areas, far from homes and nature reserves, to reduce danger to people and protect the environment. But trapping wild boars isn't something anyone can do. It's a regulated, skill-based activity. Licensed to trap. Earn it, don't just get it. Anyone who wants to join the trapping effort must first obtain a valid hunting license, which comes with strict responsibilities. By 2023, over 75,000 licenses had been issued across the U.S., with demand growing every year, proof that Americans are taking the wild boar problem seriously. But a license alone isn't enough. Mandatory training, knowledge saves lives all. Licensed hunters are required to complete a 3 to 5 day training program, covering how to identify wild boar tracks and behaviors, how to safely handle traps, what to do in dangerous or unpredictable situations. By the end of 2023, more than 60,000 hunters had successfully completed this training, making it one of the largest coordinated wildlife control programs in the country. Strict regulations for public safety. To protect people and other animals, trapping is only allowed between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m., and traps must never be set near homes or conservation zones. Violating these rules isn't taken lightly. Offenders can face fines up to $5,000, immediate license revocation, permanent bans from future trapping activities. Every year, roughly 2,000 hunters lose their trapping privileges due to rule violations. This sends a clear message: safety and responsibility come first. Safety gear. Is mandatory trapping wild boars isn't just about setting a cage. It's about protecting yourself. All hunters must wear protective equipment, including reinforced gloves, boots, and other safety gear. And perhaps most importantly, traps must be checked frequently to avoid unnecessary suffering and ensure quick removal. Results that matter. This method works. Each trap set by a trained, licensed hunter captures an average of 15 to 25 wild boars, an impressive number considering how elusive these animals can be. More importantly, this program is reducing crop damage, protecting endangered species, making rural communities safer. Your voice matters. Do you believe in this ethical and effective approach to dealing with wild boars? Press 1 in the comments if you support humane, regulated trapping as the best solution. Got a better idea? Share it. Your opinion counts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support this mission and stay updated with more impactful wildlife stories. Together, we can protect what matters: our land, our people, and our future.